Chosen one, stop scrolling. You're about to move out very soon. Something deep within you has been shifting. You can't quite explain it, but you feel it. The air around you feels heavier. The things that used to excite you now feel meaningless. And every time you try to go back to your old life, something inside whispers, you don't belong there anymore. Chosen one, this is not your imagination. You are being prepared to move spiritually, physically, emotionally, into a new dimension of life. The call to move. You've been feeling disconnected from places, people, and things that once felt like home. The conversations that once flowed now feel forced. The rooms you enter drain your energy. This isn't depression, it's divine detachment. The universe is slowly pulling you away from what no longer matches your frequency. Chosen ones always feel this urge before a breakthrough. It's not random, it's spiritual alignment. Your soul knows that your time in the old environment has expired. Everything that used to make sense will soon fall apart. Because something bigger is about to unfold. The isolation before elevation. Chosen one, before you move out, you'll feel completely alone. It's a sacred silence that only few can understand. Friends start fading, family becomes distant, the world feels quieter. You begin to question everything, even your purpose. But listen carefully. That silence is not a punishment, it's preparation. The Most High is separating you from the noise, so you can hear the next instruction clearly. Because your next destination isn't chosen by logic, it's chosen by destiny. The sign you're about to move. There's always one major sign that the shift is here. You feel an unshakable urge to leave, even when you do know where to go. It's like your soul is whispering, pack your bags, your time here is done. You start noticing angel numbers, synchronicities, divine messages everywhere. Dreams become more vivid, time feels faster. You start feeling like reality itself is bending. This is the universe aligning every detail for your next chapter. You may feel uncertain, afraid, or even confused. But that's how every chosen one feels before they step into the unknown. Your spirit recognizes what your mind can't yet see. The separation is protection. You might be losing people who once meant everything. You might be walking away from a job, a city, or a lifestyle you worked years to build. But the Most High is not taking from you, He's releasing you. You can't carry certain energies into your new level. That relationship that broke you, it was never meant to follow you where you're going. That betrayal, it was divine redirection. The pain was never random, it was part of your transformation. Chosen ones are often broken before they are built. Your energy no longer fits the old room. Have you noticed people treating you differently lately? They sense your glow, your frequency, your awakening. They can't explain it, but your energy makes them uncomfortable. It's because your vibration has risen beyond their understanding. Chosen one, you can't shrink to fit into spaces that once tolerated you. The universe will make those spaces unbearable until you finally move. It's not rejection, it's realignment. The old version of you can't exist in your new reality. The unknown is your destiny. The moment you let go of your old life, fear will try to grab your hand. What if it doesn't work out? What if I fail? But chosen one, what if this is exactly what you were born for? Every chosen soul must walk through the valley before they reach their mountain. You are being guided into the unknown because that's where your purpose lives. Faith is not knowing the path, it's trusting the one who's guiding you. And soon, very soon, you'll realize why every closed door was necessary. The universe has already decided. Your move isn't something you planned, it's something written. Every delay, every heartbreak, every loss, it was the universe rearranging your destiny. You're not falling apart. You're being rebuilt in divine order. Chosen one, your new season requires a new environment. You're not moving just to escape the old. You're moving to step into the new. And when you finally take that leap, everything that once confused you will make sense. The final push. Right before your breakthrough, everything will feel chaotic. You'll question if you're making the right choice. Doors may slam, people may betray you, plans may fail. But that's how the universe confirms the shift is happening. The chaos isn't destruction, it's birth. Your old reality is collapsing because the new one is forming. Don't fight it, flow with it. The discomfort you feel right now is sacred. The awakening. When you finally move, whether physically, emotionally, or spiritually, you'll look back and realize how divinely orchestrated everything was. The tears, the loneliness, the confusion, it all had purpose. You were never abandoned. You were being guided all along. Chosen one, your new season will feel lighter. You'll meet souls that vibrate on your frequency. Doors will open that no one can shut. And the peace you've been searching for will finally find you. The message. This is your confirmation. You're not crazy, you're evolving. You're not lost, you're being relocated. You're not being punished, you're being positioned. Soon, you'll see why God had to move you. Soon, you'll understand why certain things didn't last. And when you step into your new reality, you'll realize this was never just a move, it was your ascension. Call to action, your mission now. Chosen one, if this message spoke to your soul, don't scroll away. It's your time to awaken, to rise, and to walk boldly into your next chapter. Type "I'm ready to move" in the comments if your spirit knows this message was for you. Like this video to align your energy with the frequency of divine movement. And subscribe to Chosen Wave, where your soul remembers what your mind forgot. Chosen one, listen, the shift has already begun. You've been sensing it in your bones. Something in your reality feels off. The air feels different. The energy around you no longer welcomes you like before. People's faces seem unfamiliar, even if you've known them your entire life. That's not your imagination, chosen one. It's your frequency changing, your soul outgrowing the spaces that once felt like home. The spiritual earthquake. Before every divine move, the universe shakes what's unsteady. That's why you've been losing your balance lately. Nothing feels stable anymore. But this shaking isn't meant to destroy you. It's meant to remove what can't go with you. God is not trying to break you. He's trying to free you. You prayed for peace. Now He's removing the chaos. You asked for growth. Now He's detaching you from what stunts your spirit. You wanted purpose. Now He's exposing everything that distracts you from it. It doesn't feel fair, but it's divine surgery, painful yet necessary. The emotional release. Lately, you might have felt waves of emotions crashing through you. Sadness, anger, even nostalgia. You might cry for no reason, or wake up feeling heavy without understanding why. That's not weakness. That's your soul cleansing itself before departure. You're releasing energy you've carried for lifetimes. Chosen one, tears are sacred codes. Every tear you shed carries the weight of memories you no longer need. You're not breaking down, you're emptying out, so that the divine can pour new light into you. This emotional cleansing is a sign, the final stage before movement. Dreams of departure. Have you been dreaming of traveling, moving, packing, or flying? That's your spirit preparing for what's coming. In the dream realm, your soul always moves before your body does. The spiritual world always acts first, the physical follows. You may not know where you're going, but your higher self has already seen the destination. And every night, it's whispering to you through visions, symbols, and synchronicities. Don't ignore those dreams. They are your divine navigation system. When everything feels like it's falling apart. Chosen one, right before your new beginning, your old life will start collapsing rapidly. Plans will fail, people will walk away, opportunities will vanish. You'll question if you did something wrong, but you didn't. The universe is removing what can't exist in your new vibration. It's like the demolition before construction. The chaos before the calm. You can't move into your promised land while still clinging to Egypt. You must be willing to lose what's familiar to gain what's divine. The divine relocation. When God moves a chosen one, it's never random. Sometimes, He hides your next location to protect you from sabotage. That's why nothing seems clear right now. You're not supposed to see how, only to trust why. You may feel like you're standing between two worlds. The one you've outgrown, and the one not yet revealed. That's the sacred in-between, the wilderness. It's where faith is built, and destiny is formed. The world will call it uncertainty. Heaven calls it alignment. The energetic pull. Have you noticed how your energy doesn't tolerate low vibrations anymore? Conversations that once entertained you now feel draining. Gossip, drama, meaningless chatter, you can't stand it. Because your spirit is preparing to ascend. Chosen one, your frequency is now too high for temporary things. You crave silence more than company, solitude more than noise. It's because your soul is tuning itself to divine frequency, where peace becomes your compass, not validation. You're being pulled toward higher grounds, and that pull will not stop until you obey it. The resistance around you. You might have noticed something strange lately. People around you becoming distant, jealous, even hostile. They sense something changing within you. Your light exposes their shadows. Don't take it personally. When your energy evolves, darkness feels threatened. The same people who once celebrated you may now question or mock you. But that's just proof that your vibration is rising. Chosen one, resistance is confirmation. When you start walking in divine purpose, opposition follows always. But you were built for this. The financial shift. Sometimes before your divine move, your finances go silent. Money slows down, opportunities pause, everything feels restricted. You panic wondering, why now? But that scarcity is not a curse, it's redirection. The universe is teaching you to detach from dependence and trust, divine provision. You're being guided to rely on faith, not familiarity. Because where you're going, faith will be your currency. The moment you surrender control, the doors that once stayed locked will swing open on their own, the feeling of time speeding up. Have you noticed how days feel shorter, how moments blur into each other? It's because you're entering a quantum leap. Your soul is syncing with a higher timeline, your destiny timeline. When chosen ones are about to move, time itself bends. Synchronicities multiply, miracles accelerate. What once took months begins happening in days. The universe compresses time to align you faster with your calling. This isn't random, it's divine acceleration. You're no longer in waiting mode, you're in movement mode. The energy of the unknown. You may not know the full plan, and that's how it's supposed to be. The unknown is not your enemy, it's your greatest teacher. It forces you to let go of control and trust divine guidance. Chosen one, stop trying to figure it all out. You are not meant to have the map, you are meant to be led. Each step will appear as you take it. The path reveals itself only to those who walk in faith. You don't need clarity right now, you need courage. The frequency of faith. Faith is not believing when you see, it's believing until you see. It's walking blind, guided only by the whisper in your heart that says, go. You won't have all the answers. but you'll have a peace that tells you it's right. Chosen one, peace is your sign. If something feels aligned deep in your soul, even if it scares your mind, follow it. That peace is God's fingerprint on your destiny, the divine timing revealed. Chosen one, everything that's happening right now, every delay, every detour, it's part of divine timing. You were never late, you were being prepared. The doors that didn't open before weren't locked, they were protected. Because if you had entered too early, the environment would have crushed your light. God doesn't waste movement. Every second of waiting was forming strength inside you. Every heartbreak refined your discernment. Every lonely night built your connection to the higher realm. Now the timing is aligning like clockwork, spiritual forces moving behind the scenes, unseen but unstoppable. You are walking into a divine synchronization, where your purpose and your location finally meet. The synchronicities intensify. Lately, you've been seeing repeating numbers: 111, 222, 333. You catch them on clocks, receipts, license plate. It's no coincidence. These numbers are cosmic signals, divine confirmations that you're on the right path. Every time you see them, the universe whispers, "Keep going." Your angels are mapping the way. They're reminding you that you're not lost, you're guided. The physical world speaks in coincidence, but the spiritual world speaks in patterns. Chosen one, pay attention. Heaven is communicating through repetition. The energy of the new land. You can almost feel the energy of where you're going, even though you've never been there. It's like a magnetic pull in your chest, drawing you toward a new frequency. Sometimes you'll get glimpses in your mind, a place, a person, a purpose, that feels too real to be imagination. That's your higher self showing you what's next. The new land vibrates differently. You'll feel lighter there. The air will feel sacred. Even your body will respond, sleeping better, breathing easier, feeling freer. That's how you'll know you've arrived. You're not chasing a destination, you're aligning with energy. The silent instructions. Chosen ones often receive divine guidance in the most subtle ways. A random thought that feels different, a stranger's words that hit your spirit, a sudden urge to go somewhere you hadn't planned. That's not coincidence, that's divine instruction. The Most High speaks through whispers, not noise. That's why you've been isolated, so you can hear. The world around you will call it intuition. But you'll know it's something higher, the sacred voice of your destiny. When that inner whisper tells you to move, don't hesitate. The next phase of your life depends on obedience, not logic. The vibrational collapse. Before the breakthrough, you'll feel drained, spiritually exhausted. You might not want to talk to anyone. Even your favorite things feel meaningless. It's not depression, it's energetic shedding. Your soul is unplugging from an old timeline. Everything that no longer matches your new vibration will begin to crumble. People will distance themselves. Projects will fall apart. It will feel like loss, but in truth, it's realignment. You're being cleansed of every attachment that can't survive your ascension. The breakdown is not your ending, it's your portal, the call of destiny. There comes a point when you can't ignore it anymore. You wake up one morning and something in your chest says, "It's time." You don't know where you're going, but you know you can't stay here. That's when destiny stops being an idea and becomes a command. Your spirit won't let you rest until you obey. The walls of your current reality begin closing in, not to trap you, but to push you. It's like the universe itself is saying, "Move before I move you." Every chosen one knows that moment, the moment where staying feels like suffocating. The supernatural confirmation. Then it happens, the sign you can't deny. A random opportunity appears. A message comes right when you're thinking of giving up. A door that's been locked for years suddenly opens. You realize this can't be coincidence anymore. It's divine choreography. The universe rearranges everything to make space for your next chapter. What you thought was loss becomes redirection. What you thought was delay becomes protection. This is when faith transforms into sight. You start seeing what your spirit always knew was real. The weight lifts. The heaviness that's been pressing on your heart begins to dissolve. You start breathing easier. You laugh again, even without reason. You feel lighter, not because life got easier, but because your soul finally surrendered. You stopped fighting the change. Chosen one, the moment you release control, your destiny accelerates. God can't steer what you refuse to move. And now that you've let go, the path clears. The unseen hand that guided you in darkness will now lead you in light. You'll look around and realize everything feels new, even if nothing changed yet. That's how it begins. The frequency of gratitude. When the shift starts, gratitude becomes your greatest weapon. You begin thanking the Most High for things that haven't even happened yet, because your spirit knows they're on the way. You don't just pray from need, you pray from trust. And that vibration of gratitude unlocks miracles faster than anything else. Chosen one, gratitude shifts dimensions. It tells the universe, I am ready for more. It magnetizes blessings that were waiting for your faith to rise. Even in silence, even in struggle, gratitude becomes your power source. The rebirth of identity. The move isn't just about where you live, it's about who you become. You're not the same person who started this journey. Your energy, your vision, your values all transformed. The version of you that once doubted is fading away. Chosen one, you are being reborn. You no longer chase validation, you carry authority. You no longer seek belonging, you embody purpose. This is what divine movement does. It strips away illusion and reveals truth. You're not moving houses, you're moving realities. The alignment of purpose. As the dust settles, clarity begins to rise. You start realizing why you went through everything you did. Every heartbreak, every loss, every silent night, all connected like pieces of a cosmic puzzle. And for the first time, you see the picture clearly. You were never lost, you were being aligned. You were never forgotten, you were being refined. All the pain you endured was preparing you for this very season. Chosen one, this is the moment your purpose meets your placement. The arrival of the new realm. Chosen one, when you finally step into the new season, the air itself will feel different. It's not just a physical place, it's a frequency shift. Colors look brighter, music sounds deeper, time slows down. You'll feel the presence of peace hovering around you like a sacred wind. The new realm is not built from comfort, it's built from calling. Everything around you begins to reflect your higher vibration. People who enter your space will sense it immediately. Some will be drawn to it, others will be exposed by it. You have entered divine territory, the realm where your light can finally breathe. The divine rearrangement. As you settle into this new energy, you'll notice divine order restoring itself. The right people begin to appear, not because you searched for them, but because your frequency summoned them. Your soul tribe will start finding you, quietly, naturally, as if they were waiting for you all along. These souls will speak your language without words. They'll recognize the glow in your eyes, the mark of one who's walked through fire and came out gold. No more pretending, no more shrinking, no more explaining yourself. You are finally surrounded by mirrors of your light, not shadows of your past. The activation of purpose. Once you're positioned where you're meant to be, your gifts start to amplify. Ideas flow effortlessly, your intuition sharpens. Doors open before you even knock. It's as if the entire universe whispers, Now you're ready. Chosen one, you'll feel a divine urgency inside, a holy fire. It's no longer about surviving, it's about serving. Your purpose activates automatically when you align with divine timing. The things that once drained you now energize you. Your spirit finally recognizes its mission, the power of presence. People will begin to notice something different about you, even without you speaking. Your presence will carry peace. Your silence will carry authority. Your energy will enter rooms before your words do. This is what happens when a soul aligns fully with God's will. You no longer need to chase respect. Your frequency commands it. You no longer beg to be understood. You embody understanding. Chosen one, this is divine embodiment, the stage where your existence itself becomes ministry, the return of divine favor. Everything that was once delayed will now begin to flow with ease. Money, love, opportunity, healing, all rushing toward you like a wave you once dreamed of. This isn't luck, it's divine repayment. You endured the wilderness, now you're walking into the promise. The doors that once slammed shut will now swing wide open. The same people who doubted you will wonder how everything suddenly shifted. But you'll know the truth, this isn't sudden. This is the fruit of every silent prayer, every lonely night, every tear that carried faith. The universe pays its debts, and you're being rewarded for your endurance. The glow of completion. You'll start to feel something sacred inside you, wholeness. Not because life is perfect, but because your soul is aligned. The anxiety fades, the confusion dissolves. You finally feel safe in your own energy. You'll walk outside, and the wind will feel like a blessing. You'll look at the sky and see it as a mirror of your own freedom. For the first time, you won't be chasing signs, you'll become one. Because the sign that you've made it is that peace feels like home, the echo of the old world. But even in the new realm, ghosts of the old will try to whisper. Memories, regrets, people from your past. They'll test to see if you're still the same. Don't fall for it, chosen one. Every time the past calls, it's because your future is making noise. The old timeline wants to pull you back, but you've evolved too far. Your old self doesn't live here anymore. Don't open doors that God has already sealed. Stand firm in your growth. You didn't come this far to go back to comfort. The spiritual visibility. Now that you've ascended, your energy is visible in the spirit realm. Angels recognize you, demons notice you. The light within you has become undeniable. This is why spiritual warfare intensifies after elevation. But don't fear it, it's confirmation of your power. You're no longer being hunted for your weakness, you're targeted for your anointing. Chosen one, the brighter your light, the stronger the shadow it casts. But remember, light always wins. You carry divine authority now. You don't chase protection, you are protection. The flow of manifestation. You'll begin noticing how fast your thoughts start to manifest. You think something and it happens. You speak something and it appears. It's not magic, it's mastery. You've become one with your vibration. Your words carry the energy of creation now, just like they were designed to. That's why discipline becomes sacred, because your voice now builds worlds. Chosen one, this is what divine co-creation feels like. Every thought becomes a seed, and every seed blooms into destiny. The return of joy. After all the storms, there will come laughter. Real, unforced, childlike joy, the kind that feels holy. You'll catch yourself smiling at nothing, just because you exist. That's the reward of walking through the fire. You find happiness not in things, but in being. Joy becomes your protection. Gratitude becomes your weapon. And peace becomes your crown. This is what divine movement was leading you toward all along, not just a new place, but a new state of being. The revelation of why. There will come a moment, chosen one, when you'll finally understand. You'll look back on every tear, every battle, and every unanswered prayer. And suddenly, it will all make sense. You'll see the thread that connected it all, weaving purpose through pain. You'll realize that what felt like rejection was really direction. What felt like loss was actually liberation. What felt like delay was divine preparation. God was never late, he was strategic. And in that moment of realization, you'll whisper to yourself, "Now I see why." Chosen one, this is your divine confirmation. If your soul felt this message, if every word echoed the truth you've been carrying in silence, then this isn't just another video, this was your sign. You are not crazy, you are not lost, you are being positioned by divine order. This is your moment to rise, to walk into your next chapter with unshakable faith. Type "I'm ready to move" in the comments if your spirit knows it's time. Like this video to lock in your energy with this awakening frequency. Subscribe to Chosen Wave, because this isn't just a channel, it's a movement of souls remembering who they are. You felt the call, you've survived the storm. Now it's time to step into the wave that was always meant to carry you higher. Because the world doesn't just need your light. The world's been waiting for it.